Welcome to Mr. Ace Math. This lesson is on measuring angles using a protractor. But before you begin the lesson, you should make sure that you know about lines, line segments, and rays, and you should also be familiar with what angles are and how to name those angles. This lesson is just on how to measure angles. So make sure you're good with those, and let's get started. So first of all, just a review, what exactly are angles? Angles are formed when two rays share the same endpoint, and that endpoint they meet at is called the vertex. So for example, this here is an angle, this point is a vertex, because these are two rays, one ray there, and they meet at this point, the vertex. This is another angle. This ray here and this ray here share the same endpoint, therefore this endpoint is called the vertex. And here's another example. Here, this ray and this ray share this common endpoint, therefore this is the vertex. And you have to make sure that you know which point is the vertex because it's so important for when you're measuring angles. So, using a protractor. What exactly is a protractor? A protractor is just a tool that is used for measuring angles. It looks like this. Now, every protractor is a little bit different. I'm sure you may have seen it where it's a clear plastic where you can see through it. Some people may have seen it in a light purple. I know I've seen tons of different colors, but for the most part, it looks like this. And angles are measured using degrees, and that's what each of these numbers indicates. All of these numbers here are degrees, and protractors use 180 degrees. That's why you see these numbers here. If you look on the inside, it goes from 0 all the way through to 90, all the way across to 180. Or if you start here at 0, it goes from 0 all the way to 90, and then all the way to 180. Now, let's take a look at exactly how we use the protractor to measure angles. So here's our protractor. There's really just two steps when it comes to measuring angles. The first step is to make sure that we always place the vertex at the middle of the protractor. Like I said before, all protractors are just a little bit different. Some protractors have a hole in the middle of what kind of looks like a bullseye, and that's your middle mark. There's some indication of where you're going to put your vertex. And some protractors don't have this. Some protractors instead have just a flat line where there's just one spot to place your vertex. Either way, there's some way to show where your vertex is going to be placed, and that's your middle mark. So we're going to place our vertex right on that spot. And then step 2 is to draw one of the angle's rays, which I like to call the start ray, through 0. So let's draw our start ray, our first ray all the way across the protractor through 0. Remember, that's our start ray because we made sure that we put it through 0. And that's really important because there's two zeros on our protractor. Since we went through this 0, then we start where those numbers go up from 0. That means we'll go from 0 to 10 to 20. So we're going to use all of the outside numbers when we're measuring our angles, which means the inside numbers are not going to be used at all because we didn't start at this 0, we started at this 0. And that's why knowing where you start is so important. Wherever your start ray goes through 0 indicates which set of numbers to use, in this case the outside numbers. So let's put the second part of our angle now, the other ray. And now that we know that we have our ray there, we can use the outside numbers to tell us how many degrees this angle is. So we'll start from 0, because that's where our start ray goes through, and we'll go to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and then we'll just use the little lines. 61, 62, 63, 64. The angle stops on this line here, which means it's 65 degrees because it starts at 0 and then goes to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, then 61, 62, 63, 64, 65. This angle here is 65 degrees. So let's try a few more examples. What do you think the measure of this angle is? Well, remember, our start ray goes through this 0 here, so we'll use the outside numbers until we get all the way to the other ray of our angle. So let's start from here. 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 131, 132, 133, 134, 135. So the measure of this angle here is 135 degrees. How about this one? Same exact thing. Our start ray goes through this 0, so we'll use the outside numbers. This time the angle doesn't even get to 10, so we'll just use the little lines. We would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is right on top of 9 degrees, so this angle here is 9 degrees. And how about this one? Well, at this point we should be more comfortable with the numbers, so we know we're already going to use the outside numbers because that's where 0 starts. So we'll go from 0 all the way through our numbers, and that puts us at 170, but this angle is 1 extra degree over. Therefore, the measure of this angle is 171 degrees. And remember, I just want to make sure that I make this clear. This is a protractor, and every protractor has 180 degrees. Therefore, each of these small lines here is 1 degree. And there's 180 of them from one end of the protractor to the other to help us measure any angle we need to. So with the last angles that we measured, our start ray went through this 0 over here. Therefore, we used the numbers on the outside of the protractor. But what if we had our start ray through this 0 instead? How do you think that would change the way we measured angles? Well, let's put our start ray through there, all the way through the protractor, through this 0. Remember, that's our start ray. And how do you think that affects the way we measure angles? We have to use the numbers that start up from 0. So we'll use 0, 10, 20, which means this time, since we go through this 0 on the protractor, we're going to use the inside numbers of the protractor. And we're going to totally forget about the numbers outside. Because this is our 0, this is our starting point. And that's how we're going to measure these angles. So what do you think the measure of this angle is? Remember, we're not using the numbers outside anymore because we're using this 0 instead. So what's the measure of this angle? Remember, we'll start from this 0 and use the inside numbers. So we'll go from 0 to 10 to 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 to 70. That's this dash here. And then we're going to go an extra 1, 2 degrees. That means the measure of this angle here is 72 degrees. So what do you think the measure of this angle is? Well, we're going to do exactly what we did in the last one. We're going to start from this 0 here, and since 0 goes up with the inside numbers, we'll use the inside numbers up until we get to the other ray of our angle, and that's going to bring us to 160, 161, 162, 163, and it's right on top of the next one. Therefore, this angle is 164 degrees. How about this one? Again, we'll start at 0. We'll go all the way to the other ray of our angle, and that brings us to 50. So the measure of this angle here is 50 degrees. And how about this angle? Same thing. We'll start at 0 because that's where our start ray is, and we're going to go all the way to the other ray of our angle, and that's going to bring us just before this line here, and that means the measure of the angle is 119 degrees because that's 120 and right before that is 119. So now that we know how to measure angles, let's see if we can find some of the angle measures for some of the angles here. Let's take a look. What's the measure of angle XZK? In order to do this, you need to know how to name your angles. So which one is angle XZK? It's this angle here, XZK. So we're going to look for the measure of this angle. And all these other angles don't mean anything, so they're gone. So the real question is, which set of numbers on the protractor are we going to use? Are we going to use the inside numbers or the outside numbers? That's where a lot of students get tricked. The answer is we're using the inside numbers, and the reason why is because we're going through 0 here, and that tells us where to start. So we'll go from 0 to 10, 20, 30, 40, that's this line here, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. It's right on the next one, so the measure of this angle is 48 degrees. How about the measure of angle XZV? Well, that's this angle here, XZV. And the other angles don't matter, so we don't even look at them. But there's a problem with this one. It doesn't go all the way up to the protractor. So how can we measure it? We can just extend the angle, and we'll draw a straight line through this arrow all the way to the protractor. That's going to help us to determine the angle measure. So what's the measure of angle XZV? And how do we find it? Do we use the inside numbers or the outside numbers? Well, again, we use the inside numbers because our ray here, our start ray, goes through 0. And this 0 starts the inside numbers. So we'll go from 0 all the way across, and we'll get to 110, then we'll get to 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119. So the measure of angle XZV is 119 degrees. And one more. What's the measure of angle PZK? Well, which angle is PZK? That's this angle starting here. Starting from P to Z, then to K. And all these other angles don't even matter. So what's the measure of PZK? Do we use the inside numbers or the outside numbers? Well, here we use the outside numbers because our start ray here goes through this 0. So we're going to use the outside numbers. So we'll go from 0 to 10, 20, all the way across the outside numbers. So we got to 130, then the next one is 131, and the line is on 132. So the measure of angle PZK is 132 degrees. So here's your pause and practice. Just pause and practice. Hit the pause button, and when you're done, unpause the video, and followed by a 3, 2, 1 countdown, your answers will be displayed. Ready, set, go. So let's take a look at our answers. Number 1, the measure of angle CAM. Angle CAM is this angle here. It's a little short, so we'll have to extend the angle. And when we measure it, our answer is 22 degrees. We start at 0, so we use the outside numbers, 20, 21, 22 degrees. Number 2, the measure of angle MAR. Angle MAR is here, MAR. Again, the angle's a little short, so we'll have to extend the line. And again, our start line starts here at this 0, so we'll use the outside numbers. That'll bring us to 140, 145, that's 146. So the measure of angle MAR is 146 degrees. Number 3, the measure of angle DAF. Angle DAF is this angle here, starting at D to A, then up to F. And the measure of angle DAF is 90 degrees. Because this is our start ray, we'll start at 0, we'll use the inside numbers, and that brings us to 90. Number 4, the measure of angle DAY. Angle DAY is this angle here. It starts at D, then goes to A, and goes to Y, and the measure of that angle is 5 degrees. Number 5, the measure of angle MAD. Angle MAD is this angle here. It starts at M, then goes to A, and then across to D. And the measure of angle MAD is 180 degrees. It goes straight across the protractor. Number 6, the measure of angle YAM. Angle YAM is this angle here, YAM. And the measure of that angle is 175 degrees. That was a little tricky because we started with Y, but the start ray is actually this ray here. And we'll start at 0 because that's where our start ray is, and that means we'll use the outside numbers, and that brings us to 175 degrees. So what did we learn from this lesson? Two rays that share the same endpoint form an angle. The point they meet at is called the vertex. A tool for measuring angles is called a protractor. Angles are measured in degrees. When using a protractor, there are blank major steps. There's 2. They are 1. To put the vertex at the middle of the protractor, and 2. Put one of the angle's rays through 0, and we normally call that the start ray. Protractors have 2 sets of numbers from 0 to 180. How do you know which set to use? Where the start ray crosses 0. Remember, wherever our start ray crosses 0, we use that 0 and we use the numbers that go up from that 0.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Questions? Comments? Leave them down below.
And thanks for using Mr. Ace Math. Don't just pass math, ace it.